Thiago Silva, their best player in the last 10 years, has signed a new 1-year contract deal. Still 38, about to go to turn 39 years old, and the best player of the team. As they say, form is temporary, but class is permanent. He's actually moving on to the second best defender of our generation.
Listen, Thiago Silva learned from the best. You know, he learned from Maldini, Nesta. He was at that talented Milan team as a youngster. That's the thing. Then he went to PSG, and he was just class. He was always class. He was never a player that you could see bad issues of form. I don't think I can actually sit here and tell you about a time Thiago Silva was not at least an 8 out of 10. I mean, I've been watching football since 2006, and I've been watching him from, because in PSG I wasn't seeing Serie A and Ligue 1, so I only saw World Cup clips or internationals, and I can't tell you when I actually saw him perform poorly for Brazil, and even when he was playing for his club, when I could see them now, I saw the same Thiago Silva. He's just been brilliant. 38, old guy, doesn't matter. He's still better than a lot of some defenders who are moving for some price tags. I won't mention any, but you know, he's a brilliant defender. I mean, I would love to have him beside Rafa Varane at United, or beside Lisandro Martinez.
Honestly, he's the only defender that I'd be comfortable if we got him to play a 3-back with. And honestly, credits to him, man. He's had an amazing career, and we won't see him gone 1 year sooner, which is amazing for us.
Yeah.
But moving on from Thiago Silva to another old but gold player. Of course, we've all heard it, we've all seen it. Cristiano Ronaldo dos Santos Aveiro, the Portuguese youngster, has absolutely dominated in that match versus Al Wahda in the Saudi League, grabbing 4 goals for the 11th time in his career at that. 4 goals against relegation stricken Al Wahda versus a goalkeeper that looks like he could be in a Harry Potter movie. Not discrediting his achievement. Not discrediting it, but just making fun of the situation. Jackson, that was good from Ronaldo. It's good to get 4 goals after the criticisms of the manager, criticisms of his teammates, the criticisms of all rival fans. He really and truly has done excellently in that match. Hopefully his form can continue. What do you have to say about your goal?
Listen, Cristiano has been, as he said, he and Messi have both been on top of this for more than 20 years. It's hard to do, but they've done it. And scoring 4 goals in a game, that's at his age as well, you know, and it's 4 really well taken goals, you know, bar I think it was the second one, it was a mistake. But it was 4 well taken goals, you know. Still waiting for Cristiano to score a free kick. I'm literally, since the 2018 World Cup, I'm still waiting for a free kick from him. But it's just lovely, you know, Cristiano scoring goals again. Rui Costa saying that he'll finish his career in Europe, so after he does, you know, get the bag in Saudi Arabia, then we're gonna see him in Europe again. But for what team? Does he go to Newcastle? Is Forrest gonna make a bid? Does he even come back to England? But you know, it's brilliant, and he keeps adding to his goal tally. He may hit 1,000 before he retires.
Oh, well, as you say that, for him to get a lot of goals in the Saudi Pro League, I absolutely see him doing it. You know, he'd be the second player, I believe, behind Jorge Eterno himself, to get to that mark, I believe.
Oh man, I think Pele did it, but you know, Pele was technically retired when he scored some, so it wasn't counted.
I don't know if they counted or not. But one thing's for sure, while Ronaldo may be seeing his fortunes rise at Al Nassr, his rival Messi and his counterparts are having a lot of trouble over in League 1 in France. Messi picked up Mbappe picked up a knock. PSG are firing to play. PSG losing 3 games, I think. 2 of the last 4 games they've lost. It's not looking good for Christophe Galtier's side. And it's not looking good for Galtier if the Archers are calling for his head. What do you make of the situation? It's very crazy. This super team, apparently, has just been humbled, silenced before they faced Bayern Munich.
Yeah, I mean, money can't buy you. Money can't buy trophies. Money cannot buy success. We've seen that before. You look at the team: Messi, Mbappe, Neymar, Ramos, Marquinhos, Vitinha, Renato Sanchez, Donnarumma. It's a freaking fantastic team. Nuno Mendes. It's a very good team, but one injury, it's gone. You know, now they're playing 16-year-old. I think his name was Ulam Zaire. On the wing because they don't have Mbappe or Messi or anybody. They lost 3-1 to Monaco. They, as you said, they got Bayern. I think. Let me check. I don't know if that's the game on Valentine's Day. You know, but that would not be good to be embarrassed on Valentine's Day as a French team. You know, the jokes would not, the banter, it would not end. But I didn't think Galtier was a good appointment after the release patch. I really don't think that was smart. I knew Zidane was out there and Mbappe really loves Zidane, and I thought that was going to happen. They signed Galtier. I was in shock. So if he loses his job, I'm not surprised. You know, maybe you have another contender for Southampton's manager position.
Yes, that is true. Galtier was indeed a really good appointment after Mauricio Pochettino. Let's see, right? My verdict is let's see. I can almost guarantee you, if they do fall at this hurdle to Bayern Munich, PSG will be needing a new boss come summer.
Definitely.
No if, but maybe it's a really with absolutes here, right? And I can absolutely say that if they lose to Bayern, if they do not progress past this round of the competition, then, unfortunately for Christophe Galtier, he will be sacked. But moving on from that, a little bit of pessimism, onto a possibly even more pessimistic topic, and it's Barca's former golden boy. As you can recall, before Gavi, there was only one name. There was only one name on the fans' lips when he was on the ball. And that name was Ansu Fati. Apparently, Barcelona deems it necessary to maybe offload the player this summer. It's very bad for him because we know it's not his fault. He picked up that really nasty injury, got him out for a while. He's just probably getting back his step. It's very bad, especially considering that Dembele has played football. Rafinha has been playing football. There's no space for him to just slot in natural anymore. And what do you make of him? Could he succeed elsewhere except for Barcelona? Could he succeed maybe in the Prem? Maybe in Italy? What do you say? And which teams?
Oh boy, this is poor. Okay, so Mendes is his agent. So first you have to know who Mendes has good contacts with, which is everybody. So that does not narrow it down one bit. I would see Ansu Fati if he goes to the Premier League. Wouldn't see him at United. Wouldn't see him at. I would probably see him at Chelsea because Chelsea want everybody. Would he succeed there? I mean, what do you define success? Because a successful term for him could be having 20 goal involvements, while for somebody else or a fan of the club would be having scoring 20 goals up front. So it's just hard. I don't see Chelsea actually making a move for him. He could be a backup option for Victor Osimhen in the summer to just watch and see. We could see him in the Bundesliga. Not for Bayern Munich, probably for Dortmund. Dortmund always like to get the gems when they're younger. And Barca do have to clear about 70 million off their wages, so they got to find somebody. So, you know, it's either Fati goes, it's either a certain golden boy goes, or it's Frankie de Jong saga 2.0 this year.
Yes, as you said, it's very difficult to define success on the front maybe his success would be having a great season without any injuries, getting back to his former glory. But now, you just have to watch and wait and see. Moving on from him lacking success to Emo, Victor, the best player in the world right now. Of course, you know what I'm referring to.
Marcus
I'm
Rashford.
referring to a third MVP, Marcus Rashford. Off the red devils of Manchester. This man has been on smoke. This man really said to all the haters, hold my Ballon d'Or.
You're one of them.
He's been absolutely phenomenal so far. And I only see him rising. Jackson, what do you make of Marcus Rashford and his performance this?
You know what I make of Rashford. You already know what Rashford. I'm not going to get pulled in. I know he's got form. I must say, thank you. Good job to Benny McCarthy for doing the job he's done on Marcus. It's a player I've been fed up with for some time. You know, in games like these, he would disappear. I mean, he did disappear in this game, but he did come up with a clutch goal. And that's the consistency that I'm looking for. You know, he's got 12 Premier League goals now. I was speaking to someone a few days ago. I was speaking when Rashford just scored his 11th, and they said he's gonna catch Haaland. And I'm saying, if he catches Haaland, I'm leaving. I'm done. I couldn't watch football anymore, because that means Haaland wouldn't score a goal for the rest of the season, which he's currently on pace to do. But you know, Marcus has been good. He's been good. 21 goals so far this season. I mean, what can I say? The Englishman has been doing his job. He's a left winger. He can play through the middle sometimes, but you know, we'll see what Ten Hag does with him in terms of his positioning, because probably he wants him as a centre forward, doesn't want Osimhen or Vlahovic or Kane, and decides he wants Coman or Gnabry or a left winger who can play to his style.
Well, you know, you doubted Marcus.
I've always doubted Marcus. I'm never gonna stop.
I'm backing him now. You know, he's been phenomenal for us this season. Easily the best player for Manchester United this season. What would that being said, on to the last man for the last 2 minutes, and I just want a quick opinion. Paulo Dybala, £13 million for his release from Roma. Should he move? Should he go to Manchester? Should Manchester United take the gamble and get it? It's only £13 million. We've spent more for way worse players. Can he make it? Especially considering that Wolf went close. I doubt we will actually permanently sign him.
No, I don't. I think we're moving away from the Dybala type signings. You know, we do need a younger player, but we will need a second striker. But I just don't think Dybala would be it. I think Dybala will more likely move to the Brazilian league in the future, like what Suarez is doing at Grêmio. I think that's what's going to happen to Dybala if he ever decides to leave Europe.
Fair enough. I kind of disagree with that. Dybala still has a lot at playing him. A World Cup winner at that, with a whole 32 minutes to play. But that is all that we can muster for today on the Jesus Question Show. Well done, fellas. The Sabbath slaughterhouse. I didn't come up with anybody to slaughter today, but I can promise you, New Year rises, I will be full swing. You can follow us on GZ_sports at Twitter. You can also follow us on Instagram. You can also follow our own handles. Jackson, is there anything you want to say before we wrap up?
No, just shout out to my boy Matt. You know, he's going through some things right now. Told him everything's gonna be okay, man. Just keep your head up.
Yeah, yes, for sure. Pick up some man. I'd also like to shout out to Pep Guardiola. You know, he's my good friend. He's going through a lot midlife crisis right now. Hopefully he can pick himself up, dust himself up, and come back stronger.
Oh boy.
Also to the Chelsea fans, but you know, that's it for today. Vamos.
We'll see you guys next week.
Sure.